Hi, it's Darren from Investor Income. Welcome to the channel, talking about scalping Forex and the strategy I use to do that. And you'll see here, I don't actually trade the 1 minute time frame. And I've got the 1 minute showing for you here because this is typically what people will trade. And a lot of people believe you can't even trade the 1 minute time frame. Now, I want to dispel that little myth in this video. So, how do we trade and scalp on a 1 minute time frame? Well, we don't. We have to drop down. So now I've dropped down to the 15-second time frame, and you can see a little bit easier now why I've taken these entries, and it's crystal clear really. Now these ones here, these are deviation trades away from our average. There's slightly different averages on this screen at the minute, but these are the entries that I took, and this was a cheeky little scalp here, back up. And you can see the movement we get. Now all I look for on these scalps is we've got the recent highs here. I just scalp till we get to a new consolidation point and I close it out. You'll also see the short-term oscillator goes. So this move here, you're looking at a good few many pips there, 20 odd pips. And you can see then just a short move up here. That's another 13. And then this was a trade which I just held. This one was a scalp again. This was just breaking these highs here. Lovely again. And then this was a second entry for this point basically. So I entered here, it went higher. I left it consolidate for a bit and I entered again. You can see there the reasons why we entered that. So it came lower. I closed this trade out and I closed that trade out down here. And then perfect re-entry down here again. Looking to break the lows there, so that one was a bit more sketchy. I was waiting for it to come back up again, but it just continued lower to the average, and that was lovely. So all winners, absolutely fantastic. That was yesterday. I just got on to today. So you can see here, I was just doing nothing really in the early hours. I took that trade. This one here is oversold on these oscillators here. However, I took a re-entry. So this was a bit more sketchy. It's away from the moving average as well. So this was not moving around. It's 9 o'clock, so it's trying to find a direction for the day. Wasn't particularly happy with it, I've got to be honest. So I entered again. I was expecting it to come a bit higher again, but it didn't. I was prepared to close those out if needed, but it just plunged. I just closed it down here away from those lows. Re-entered here, as you can see, green above the red. Re-entered, and re-entered, and you can see. So I didn't take this one here. So this was an entry, but it's 6 o'clock on a Friday. No chance of taking a scalp up there. So not bothered with that time at all. I was done for the day in any case. But it was good. 2 full days of scalping, not one losing trade. Yeah, the only one that was at all sketchy, there was this one, which I wasn't particularly happy about, but the averages were far apart. They weren't converging or anything. So the re-entry here I didn't particularly like. These are starting to converge at that stage. But it's the second top, so we're likely to move down to these lows here. It went further down, and I just waited. I wanted to break these lows. That was my target. So I felt lucky when this happened, so that's why I closed out early. So that wasn't a great trade. It was fairly weak as an entry. But I was probably getting a bit overconfident in honesty with you. But this is just on Euro Japanese yen. I was flicking between pairs and it was full on because you just get so many opportunities on the 15-second time frame. So why 15 seconds, you might ask? Well, I try to do things as different as possible. None of my indicators or what anyone else is using, as far as I'm aware. It's just the way I trade. That upsets a lot of people. And some people saying, well, why don't you trade the 1 minute? Because everyone trades the 1 minute, it must work. All right then, I do trade the 1 minute. That's fine, good. If it works for you, go on and use it. I'm not trying to convince you to use it. If you don't like not trading with everyone else, then this isn't the channel for you. I trade differently to almost any other strategy I know. I do that deliberately. Some people like using indicators that are well known, and other people use, different sets of indicators or based on some other strategy that they know. That's good. Enjoy yourself. I'm not trying to stop anyone. I'm just trying to show you how I trade and how I find how to make profit. That's it. I'm not saying I know better than anyone else, but it's just the way I trade. People seem to get very upset. I mean, I just put a strategy out here, which is my strategy. and other people find it upsetting that it's not in line with what they do. But it's very odd behaviour anyway. Anyway, this is the way I trade, and this way I scalp. So these are all custom settings, and I am keeping those settings to myself unless you join our trading group. And I think you understand why. It's taken me an awful long time, almost 11 years now, to get to this stage where this is developed to this point, and it's profitable, and I trade it. So I don't know why you would expect that for free. People just looking for free, easy money. I don't understand that mentality, because quite frankly, you're never going to get anywhere if you're just on YouTube looking at free strategies that make people millions. Just logically, I mean, it can't work. So anyway, if you're interested in strategy, you can email me. It's stupidly affordable. I just want to get a group of traders together. We've got a nice little group at the minute, but I want to expand it if possible, get some more people in, diversify the group as much as possible so we can get some good feedback and everyone sharing trades. But this is the 15-second simple scalping, really. Forex, you can use this on Nadex as well, or whatever binary options, because it's very clear. See these averages converging together. It tells you when the market's potentially reversing, when to take those entries. Lovely entry at the top here, shown here, green lines below the red, and the move's done. It heads straight back to the average. Really, I can't see any way it can be any clearer, really. And you can see why we've taken these trades here. We've got the pullback on this move. These are nicely separated. It's a lovely move up. And we just scalp. That's it. And you always got the odds in your favour. So a couple of times you need to re-enter. No problem with the entries whatsoever. You clear your first position. So your first position, if it doesn't go in your favour, you enter the second position. If that doesn't clear it, sometimes they might need a third even. But in this short scalping, you very rarely need more than 2 entries. Because it's quick moves we're looking at. You don't holding them forever, we're holding them for minutes. So you're pretty much done and dusted within the hour on these moves. So absolutely great Forex strategy, and you can scalp it, any pair, any asset, and it works extremely well. 15-second time frame, nobody talks about it. It's just something I found that's very profitable, and it's different from what anyone else uses, so why not try it? Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, etc. and I'll talk to you soon.